Good evening, everyone. In case you don't know me, my name is Andy Hogan.
唔得，我番薯上樹咗，唔得，食咗兩啖凍水啊！
I'm Jonathan Lau, and I'm also Julie's favorite brother.
I'd like to start by just taking a second to say thank you to the Louds. This has been a fantastic evening.
And I'd also like to thank everyone who took the time to come out tonight. Those who, again, are traveling from out of state, overseas.
Clap yourself. It's okay. I was really honored when Brian asked me to be one of his best men, but to be perfectly honest, I was really excited for this moment here, and a chance to get back at Brian, what he pulled in my wedding a few years ago. For this side of the room, who likely wasn't there, I won't rehash all the details. Brian did bend a few facts to tell the story. It ended with me as a 3-year-old trying to breastfeed our younger brother, Pat. My friends still laugh about that story today. It's obviously a very successful toast. What's funny is that's really a great example of what makes Brian a great older brother. He sets the bar high. Even as a kid, he apparently was a very well-behaved, very cute child. He must have been a good kid because it only took 13 months for my parents to have yours truly.
Well, wait a minute, Andy. I guess Julie must have not been that good of a kid because it took my parents 3 years to muster up the courage to have another one. Well, you know, it worked out pretty well. You know, she was able to learn everything, and when I came along, she taught me the ropes. And it really worked out around Christmas time because, you know, she really taught me how to suck up to the grandparents and get a lot of presents.
I don't think Brian taught me that lesson. I think he was more freaked out that he had to share presents with me, which apparently freaked Grandpa. But he came around, and he did teach me how to properly celebrate Christmas, which of course involves getting up as early as possible, preferably around 4 a.m., and playing with all your toys at once while still in your pajamas. That's a game of cowboys and Indians with Care Bears.
Well, you know, Andy, as a young kid, Julie had many talents. She was into arts and crafts. She was a diligent piano player. She was cheerleading. And she was even a Girl Scout.
Impressive list of some of Brian's odder hobbies were collecting rocks, building model rockets, and of course, well, he fished. You can't say he looked good while doing it. You know, even at a young age, both Brian and Julie were very into fashion.
Yeah, Julie had the ankle socks, the black flats, and the poofy dramatic hair.
Brian, on the other hand, Brian dressed like an accountant. Let's cut him some slack. He is standing next to two very dapper gentlemen in that picture. Unfortunately, the two weren't always at the height of fashion. There's no good way to put this, but there were some awkward years. I have to warn you, you have a weak stomach now, it's time to look away. I hope windshield wipers came with those times.
Now, if you look closely, you can see the shoulder pads Julie has on. I'm not sure if she didn't make the football team and then immediately decided to go for the cheerleading team. I'm not sure.
Brian, on the other hand, you just gotta see this.
Andy, quick trivia fact. Did you know that Julie and Brian were the youngest Platinum Elite members of LensCrafters?
They were both founding members of TYT-XCO, right?
What's that stand for?
The Young Turtlenecks Club of America.
You know, with them and those clubs together, you think they would have met earlier? But you know, Julie kind of gave up those clubs and she decided her turtleneck in for a choker.
Yeah, we definitely had some good times as siblings with you guys. I know at our house, St. Patrick's Day was always a party.
And during Halloween, Julie always traded up with me with candy.
Halloween was big for us too. I was happy to play Robin and Brian's Batman.
So, you know, we're really happy that you and Brian have found someone to share the holidays with.
But don't forget, guys, as siblings, we like to party too. We have our hands on Photoshop.
Now, all joking aside, Julie's always been a great sister to me. She's always been there. Whether it be teaching me how to open the lock when I was going into middle school, or letting me drive to figure out how to drive a car. She's always been there for me. She even helped me find a place in DC when I moved up here. So I'm glad, Brian, that you have Julie, and Julie, I'm glad that you have Brian.
I don't think I could have picked a better older brother to show me the ropes. I will say, I definitely think I taught you a couple lessons along the way. For example, how to be a good sport during the wedding toast. And of course, the most important lesson of all, how to marry up. Couldn't have found a better wife, Julie. I'm very proud to call you my sister. We're excited to have you at St. Patrick's Day and Halloween. But most importantly, we're really all counting on you to keep Brian in line for many years to come.
You know, Andy, I think we're all waiting to see what the future holds for them.
All right, I'd like everyone to raise your glass and a toast to Julie and Brian for a lifetime of happiness together. We love you guys. We couldn't be happier here to celebrate with you. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.